Hey, Libra, Mel, intuitive coach here, excited to bring in your October 2025 bonus reading. And happy birthday to those of you sun sign Libras out there. Let's open up your energy field and take a look at the sacred shifts and divine gifts that are unfolding for you this month. Now, Libra, this session is designed to open a clear channel between you and your higher self, to reveal what your soul has been trying to say beneath the noise. We'll look at what's blocking your clarity and what's ready to shift so that you can fully step into this next chapter, this next timeline, this next era that you are being called into. Bottom of the deck, you have the Fool. This is a powerful energy of spontaneity. It's time to think outside the box, Libra, because there is a new beginning unfolding for you. But it requires you to take a leap of faith. It requires you to tap into your soul self because you are created from potential. And I see that you're tapping into your potential here. And not only letting curiosity lead you down the rabbit hole, I see that you're opening yourself up to a wonderland where you are being asked to play around with these energies, to open up to experimentation and, again, discovery, because that's where your potential lies. And I see that something has gone untapped, and that's why the Fool is here. So don't be alarmed if you feel like you are going down the rabbit hole, because this is actually going to be one of the greatest gifts of your life. Now, let's dive in and take a look at the messengers here that are coming through for you this month. We have Lady Venus, which you are ruled by Venus, Libra. So no surprise seeing her show up today because she brings in downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. Pay attention to your dreams. A lot of you are having very vivid, very lucid dreams at this time. There may be massive healing and even DNA upgrades that are occurring during your sleep state. You may be meditating more or guided to disconnect or just take a little bit of time out, maybe a break from social media. Some of you are guided to spend time in silence, spend time out in nature in order to receive these divine downloads. Now, you have an idea that is coming through, that is flowing through. You have this vibrancy, this youthfulness that is shining through at this time, Libra. And I feel like that is what is inspiring you to turn the page, to go down that rabbit hole. And Lady Venus is reminding you that you have this powerful connection to heaven. Some of you are working with your ancestors, working with your spiritual team, your loved ones in spirit. And I see that you are also connecting with your own spiritual gifts and opening up. Some of you, this is your gift of mediumship, your gift of healing, clairvoyance. You could be channelers. Many of you are healers. You are here to create a ripple effect when it comes to healing of this planet. And it doesn't matter how big or small the act is. I feel like you are part of it. Your energy matters. And that's what Lady Venus is reminding you. You have Joan of Arc coming through. We actually have this very powerful trio of divine feminine energy. And this is about voicing your truth, standing strong, focusing on your purpose. Release the fear of persecution. Ooh, if some of you are into past lives, you may have been a healer or a witch in a past life. And there may be cell memory coming through in this lifetime. You may have even gone through a period in this life where speaking up or sharing your gifts had left you feeling raw or vulnerable, or someone had taken advantage, or your gifts were cut down in some way. And I see that you have a voice. You are meant to share your story. You're meant to communicate with others. The throat chakra is activated here for you, Libra. So focus on your purpose and speak your truth. If there are fears around being judged, being ostracized, criticized, ridiculed, mocked, or laughed at, I feel like it is important that you push through those fears and speak up anyway. Stand up. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your path, your journey. Many of you are teachers. You are healers. You are here to lead the way for future generations. You are here to be a trailblazer. And Joan of Arc, she's powerful. Call upon her for those of you that are learning to speak up instead of feeling like you've been silenced in the past. And lastly, we have Krishna. Krishna brings in with her devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. You are loved unconditionally. You're tapping into the cosmic heart, Libra. I feel like you are witnessing beauty. You're witnessing love. You're witnessing miracles take shape in your life. And I see here that you are peacocking. Look at the peacock feather that is coming out of Krishna's crown chakra. So this is about you shining your light into the world instead of holding back, instead of playing small, instead of letting fear get in the way of you becoming who you are meant to become. That's why you are being guided here to fall back, right? Fall back into self-discovery. Peel back the layers of conditioning. Peel back the layers of fears. And remember who you are. Remember where you've come from. Because there's this energy of the cosmic heart that is shining through. And it could be Lady Venus bringing this in. I mean, you are ruled by Venus. It is your season. So the spotlight is on you, Libra. And I feel like you are shying back for whatever reasons. It's time to really shine your light, peacock your energy, put yourself out there in some way, because the universe is matching your energy. What you are putting out, you're seeing return back to you. So let's dive in and take a look at what your higher self wants you to know. You have the empath here. It's number 23. The creator and author of this deck added bonus major arcanas to the mix, and you have a bonus major arcana. Now, the empath is all about empathy, compassion, understanding. You are becoming more sensitive to the energies around you, which means, Libra, that you are being guided to make changes accordingly. Now, the empath is also being guided to prioritize self, prioritize your emotional well-being, especially if emotional boundaries have been compromised in some way, or for many of you, being healers, being caregivers or caretakers or even parents, you have sacrificed a lot of your own needs. Some of you have put your needs on the back burner. And I feel like you are being guided here to devote yourself to your health, to your purpose, to your mission, to your growth. This is your time to put your needs on the front lines at this time. And when the empath shows up, this is also about you helping others in a way where you don't physically, emotionally, and even spiritually take on their stuff. A phrase that I say often is you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So if there's someone in your life that you've been trying to help, that you've been trying to lead to water, but it feels like you haven't seen progress here, or if you feel like it's been exhausting or draining of your energy, This is time for you to check in with yourself and ask yourself, am I taking on their stuff? Am I making it my role, my responsibility to fix or to heal this situation? Now, another message coming through here is you may be becoming sensitive to certain foods. All right. Certain foods no longer agree with you. This can also be that you are increasing your emotional depth, meaning that heart chakra awakening, that cosmic heart that I was picking up on earlier, is bringing about new vibrational frequencies, new emotions that perhaps you haven't tapped into or haven't explored before or for a very long time. So the empath is coming through here. This is part of your gift. Your higher self wants you to know that this is, in fact, a gift. It's not a curse. And sometimes we feel like our gifts of sensitivity and being able to pick up on other people's energies can be very challenging, but it's only challenging when there are not clear boundaries and when you are not taking care of yourself. So what is the block? What is the blind spot here, which can be external noise? It can even be the ego. We have the moon. The block is that things are foggy, but you're trying to watch your step and you are trying not to fall into the illusion trap. The illusion trap where fears reside and fears try to creep in on your energy and tell you things that are lies. Now, when the moon shows up, this is about truth being exposed. And I see that many of you had subconscious patterns or even past life energies that were showing up. And I see that you are being guided to trust your intuition and to not let the fears drag you down or keep you small or have you playing it safe. Because even though there's a bit of uncertainty here in which direction you are meant to go, if you trust in that inner voice, if you call in the energy of Krishna, if you voice who you are, speak your truth, Joan of Arc is coming in to guide you. You have Venus energy. The downloads, the understanding will become so clear that no matter what illusions, no matter what assumptions and masks are out there, you will be able to see through them, Libra. Now, what is the mirror? How is this being reflected in your life? You have the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is an energy of heartache, painful truth, separation. But I feel like you have been working on any unresolved emotional pain. And that's coming through, for many of you, your dream state, through your emotions that may be resurfacing with that moon energy. Because this is a time of release. This is a time of you clearing the debt. Okay, I heard clearing debt. Maybe this is some sort of karmic debt, or it could be a soul lesson that you have learned. And now you get to liberate yourself from this energy. You get to move into that Fool of new beginnings. And I feel like you're moving on from this Three of Swords. You are opening yourself up after a period of maybe feeling a bit closed off. Some of you, it was difficult to trust in another because maybe you have felt fooled because you went down the rabbit hole before. But I see that there is a fresh start. There is a new beginning here where Spirit is saying, this is the path that you are meant to be on. Don't sit at the threshold wondering what if. Because that gypsy soul has activated something deep within you and you are meant to explore. You are meant to open yourself up to discovery, and any of the old resentments, the old fears, the old pain, you can learn, you can grow, you can evolve from what you have gone through. The past no longer holds dominance over you. I see you moving on. Now, what is the shift? You have death, what needs to be released, endings, bringing in new beginnings. Now, you are going through a personal metamorphosis. Even though there may have been endings that have occurred for you, Libra, in the physical, many years ago, many months ago, or weeks ago, I see that there's still been some emotional or spiritual energies that have been conflicting, that have caused you to second guess or to doubt your beautiful self. And this may even include, again, past life. For those of you that are connected to past life, or perhaps you've had a curiosity to maybe lean into hypnotherapy or do a past life regression, I highly suggest you tap into that portal, that energy, because there could be a lot of understanding, a lot of awareness that comes through. You may have had past lives with some current people who are in this lifetime, and that could be part of that debt that I see kind of not being erased, but moving through, meaning you have cleared the debt here. Now you get to move on, because death here is about liberation. It is about change and transitioning. And I feel like you are rising. You are rising up to your fullest potential. And it requires you to, rise from the ashes. This is the Phoenix energy. So that's what is shifting here, Libra. Endings bringing in new beginnings. That's why the Fool is coming through. So what is the gift? The Seven of Swords. This is the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. This is an energy of honesty. You don't have to hide. You don't have to hide in shame. You don't have to wear these cloaks, these masks. You don't have to attract energies that feel deceptive. And some of you had to learn the hard way. Perhaps there was denial. Perhaps there were hidden energies that had caused behaviors to react in certain ways that were unethical or unhonest. And I see that the gift here is that you can show up and be 110%, 100% unapologetically yourself. This is about you shining in your authenticity. That's where Joan of Arc comes in, right? Standing strong. This is you focusing on your purpose, releasing the past, releasing the fears. There's truth being revealed. Remember, deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realms, because when you are receiving information that is coming through fear, that's how we decipher the difference between intuition and fear, is information that comes through heaven and the astral realm is going to feel expansive. It is going to liberate. Information that comes from fear is going to feel icky, right? It's going to feel stuck. It's going to feel restrictive. And I see that you don't have to carry that burden. You don't have to carry that weight, Libra. This next trip around the sun for you is about integrating your power, your happiness. You have the Five of Wands showing up. So it means that it's not always going to be easy for you, but it's going to be worth it. Because the Five of Wands is an energy of obstacles. It's the energy of adversity. And it's also the energy of groupthink. But I feel like you are separating yourself from the minority in some way. It's like you are saying to yourself, I am ready to spread my wings. I don't have to do what has always been done. I don't have to get lost in this drama. I don't have to be a pawn in this game. Because you see, the Five of Wands, they are using the flamingos to play croquet with the queen. Now, you may have felt like you were a pawn in your own story, or perhaps in someone else's story, but I see that you are rising above. You are spreading those flamingo wings and you are taking off. You are rising above adversity here. You are rising above competition. You are releasing that fear of, again, persecution, perfectionism, maybe it's imposter syndrome, whatever it was that had pooled into this collective fear pit, you are stepping out of. And you're saying, wait a second, I am here to help expand. I am here to help uplift. And my energy is going to ripple out, not create this containment, right? Not to play in this field where it feels like there's struggle and challenge and obstacles at every turn. So I see that, yes, you may be facing some challenges here. You may be voicing your truth, and that can feel scary, but it is going to be worth it because ultimately it is going to set you free. All right, Libra, let's get a final message from your higher self. You have divine soul. Your energy itself is enough to create worlds and move mountains. It's time to shine your light. It's time to rise. It's time to step fully into the God or goddess you were born to be. Own it. I love that message here for you, Libra. I see the gemstone here. You are a hidden gem. Don't let your light go out. I am getting that. Like, don't hold back your energy. You are meant to shine. You are this hidden gem. And I feel like you have a lot of life to live. You have a lot of adventures to explore. You have a lot of connections to, meet with new people. You are excited. There's this passion that is stirring within you. So be open to curiosity and let that inner light shine and flow into your outer world. That is what I have for you, Libra. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are interested in a personal reading or signing up for the monthly newsletter, you can find all of that information in the description box below or by visiting intuitivesoulcoach.com. And if you enjoyed today's reading, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share, like, or send it to a Libra who could benefit from this message. Thank you again. Lots of love.